Hi and welcome to yet another beautiful episode of Fall in Love. Relationships are like muse or rather inspiration. So when it comes to the language of love, people tend to be very poetic, and there are a lot of people who would love to wax it with a lot of poetic thoughts. And also it is one kind of a matter that means a lot to people who write novels, or it means a lot to people who write stories, classy stories. Everything has this aspect of love. There are people who really think that you should have fun together in spite of the fact that you have kids or children. Like, even after marriage, when they have kids, it is quite normal that people have this tendency of feeling that, okay, now no longer we are into love or relationship, it is just responsibilities that matter. But I believe that even though you have children, you have kids in your life, there is this fact called couples. So it be husband or a wife, the relationship that you share till the very end of your life does matter. So your children will grow up, they will get into a relationship, they'll get married and they'll go. So what ends in the last is only you both, that is you or your husband or your wife. So that is the important thing that you all have to keep in mind, especially this there's a beautiful saying by Brad Pitt which he said that even if you keep growing, even if you have children, the matter of couple does matter a lot. Everybody knows that in life there are like two extremes, either it will be a tragedy or it will be a success in reality. Now this is like two extremes. Relationships are also like two extremes. Like if it is tragedy, there's a tendency for people to say that if you love somebody too much, there is a tendency that you will end up killing that person. It can be with love or it can be with any arms and amenities. So it is like extreme. If you love somebody so badly that you go to the extreme that you would even hurt that person or rather kill that person. So that is a powerful, so love is basically a powerful weapon which everybody owes, and it is also something very sensitive which you have to handle very carefully, or else it is something which is gonna hurt you the most. Being in love is a very beautiful feeling, but then being madly in love is again a feeling which is quite a big concern for many people, because like I said, if this madness go to an extreme where it goes out of craziness or it goes out of your hand, then that is a very deadly poison thing. So it's always good that when you are in love, when you are in a relationship, keep the limits, know that these are the do's and these are the don'ts, or this might happen. So everything should be something which you know, or rather you should be able to read or get to know about a lot of things about this relationship before you get into some relationship, because that will definitely help you to see or foresee a lot of things which will happen. Marriage is like a license for people who actually feel that it is when they get freedom. I personally feel that I have to get married to somebody because the only sole reason is I need freedom. Now that is again a big factor. When I talk to people, they just tell me that that is not the ultimate thing. Once you get married, it is the worst thing that can happen to your life, as many people say. But I don't know how that concept comes, because I've seen my father and mother live together. So it is quite a nice feeling. They share a lot of things. So being in a relationship or being married to somebody is kind of a freedom that you can be open to that person. You have limitations with your family, you have limitations with your friends, but when it comes to husband-wife relationship, everything breaks, and it is some sort of you can argue with that person, you can have fight with that person. So maybe I'm in a fantasy world, but you never know how it turns out. This is very small cute story which when a young boy asked his father, like, how can you and mother stay so long for 33 years together without even separating? So the father told the son that we never thought about this term called divorce. So we never wanted to get separated. So that is one thing which actually brought us all this 33 years together. So even if you throw towels to one another person, in the end, there should be one person who tells, okay, come on, let's sort this out, and just solve this problem all in all. So that is where relationship does matter. And when you feel that you are fighting with your loved one, either you should step back or the other person should step back. When both of them think that this kind of ego comes, that I will not step back, so that is when the problem does arise. So if you want a very good happy relationship, so there should be one person who should always be silent. So however you take your relationship style or you take your relationship note, however it matters, but what ends or what ultimately matters is how you take that relationship to the next level and how you can manage that relationship. So with that note, we are going to wind up today's episode of Fall in Love. We'll be coming back with another episode. Till then, bye-bye.